We use the 2v1 rule to make sure our helmets fit properly. Two, the front of the helmet should be 2 fingers above your eyebrows. V, the side straps should form a V around the ear. 1, only 1 finger width between the chin and the chin strap. 2, V, 1, to teach children bike arm signals, have them stand on the left side of their bike in a line with enough space between them to extend their left arm without touching another person. Cars, trucks, and other vehicles have signal lights. A bicycle does not have turning signals or brake lights. It is important that you use arm signals to tell others around you what you are going to do. Signal the move while getting close to a corner or intersection. Use your left arm to signal and right hand to hang on to the handlebar. It is important that your bike fits you. You should not ride a bike that is too big for you. To find out if your bike is the right size for you, straddle the bike. You should be able to stand with both feet flat on the ground and have at least 1 inch of space above the bike frame. When you are sitting on your bike, you should be able to reach the pedals with a slight bend in your knees. When you are holding onto the handlebars, you should also have a slight bend in your elbows, and you shouldn't have to stretch out your arms to turn the handlebars. This makes it difficult to control your bike. To teach children how to start and stop, place cones or tape on the floor indicating a start line and a path to stay in between. To ride safely, you must know how to start and stop while riding your bicycle. Properly controlled starts and stops will prevent you from skidding and crashing. Coaster brakes are the brakes that are engaged by pushing backwards on the pedal. Hand brakes are brakes that are engaged by squeezing the lever evenly. It is not recommended to stop by dragging your feet because this is an unsafe way to stop and it wears out shoes. Raise the pedal to the 2 o'clock position. Push off with the other foot and start to pedal. As you get closer to the stop sign, coast, apply the brakes, and come to a complete stop. Riding a bike requires balance to start, stop, and turn, as well to move around things like rocks, potholes, pedestrians, and animals. To teach children about balance, use chalk, sidewalk paint, tape, or cones to make 2 lines approximately 25 meters long and spaced half a meter apart. At the start line, the children will ride between the 2 lines at medium speed without touching either line or hitting a cone. Come to a complete stop and walk the bike back to the starting line. Have children repeat this at least 3 times or until they have properly demonstrated the activity. It is important that all riders stay between the 2 lines, that their feet are on the pedals, and that the handlebars are gripped with both hands at all times. If children are having difficulty with balance, instruct them to look forwards towards a volunteer who should be standing at the end of the course. Looking up instead of down at the ground helps with balance. Riding a bike requires balance at all times, including when making turns. It is important to go the right speed for the path you are taking. For this activity, children should go the same speed throughout the entire course. To teach the figure 8 activity, place chalk, sidewalk paint, or cones in a figure 8 pattern. Instruct children to ride their bike along the chalk line or between the lines, pedaling at a medium speed, without touching their feet to the ground. Children should come to a complete stop when they exit the figure 8 pattern. Children should repeat this at least 3 times or until they have properly demonstrated the activity. The rock dodge activity is about learning how to avoid hazards while riding. Roadway hazards include rock, debris, grates, animals or other riders, people walking, and broken pavement. Hitting one of these things can cause serious crashes and injuries. To set up this activity, place cones approximately 2 meters apart in a straight line. An option is to place in a zigzag pattern. The placement and spacing can be adjusted based on the age and skill level of the participants. Ride straight toward the first cone and steer around it. Steer by turning your handlebars first one way to avoid the object, and then turning back the other way to put the bike back in the direction you are going. Maintain a medium speed of pedaling. The placement of the cones close together is designed to make sure the cyclist doesn't simply make a big swerve that would put them in traffic lanes. To demonstrate the driveway activity, draw 4 lines to represent a sidewalk. Leave a space between the lines to represent the driveway. Have a volunteer stand in the driveway and back up periodically, acting as if they were a car. Line children up starting at the arrow and instruct them to take turns riding past the driveway. Have the children drive their bikes in a straight line close to the sidewalk without touching the line. The children should ride on the right side of the road. As they ride, they should be looking for the car backing out of the driveway. If they see the car moving, they should come to a complete stop before the end of the driveway and make eye contact with the driver. For the turning activity, set up a street scene, including a left turn, a right turn, and a stop sign. Instruct the children to have their right hand on the handlebar when signaling with their left arm. This requires balance and keeping their feet on the pedals. Use the arm signals that were learned earlier in the demonstration to show others what you are going to do when riding your bike. At the first cone, indicate a left arm signal and make the turn without stopping. At the second cone, indicate a right turn signal and make the turn without stopping. At the last cone, indicate a stop signal and come to a complete stop.